Welcome back, everybody. This is the CSR dispatch training for the XJ terminal. We are just about done with all these intros. Yes, we are almost done with all the reviews. Which brings us into our next phase, the XJ workflow guides and drills. Let's get to it. All right. So, like I said, we are done with all, well, besides this video that you're on right now, we're all done with reviews and intros. Unless, of course, you have to go back and watch them a few more times. Other than that, this is one of the last, if not the last, review video. Everything from now on is going to be drilled down. Details, learning what it is to be a CSR dispatcher at XJ Terminal. Alright, so let's get into this last review. XJ Ops Workflow Training for Customer Service and Dispatch. Can you demonstrate an effective and practical, quote unquote, workflow understanding of import workflows and export workflows? Let's get into the import workflows. I'm going to teach you how to receive, how to create, and how to add an import order in our dispatch management system. After that, I'm going to teach you how to verify and update the import info. So what is our import info? Incoming container number. This is an import. Remember, this is a load coming into the United States of America, into a USA port. We're going to need that container number, the proper container number. We're going to need to know if this container is available or if it has any holes on it. Is it on the vessel? Has a trucker taken it out? Is it on the yard yet? What's the position of it? We'll be looking through links to find that out, along with the last free date, the empty return location after this import container is unloaded at a US of A warehouse, all in the DMS and for the team, customers and XJ ops, including drivers. Verifying and updating this import info. Alright. How well do you demonstrate or do you coordinate and plan the import load using all the tools and communications and resources? How well do you perform the import dispatch cycle within the DMS from outgate to ingate? So once that order is entered, how well do you perform that dispatch cycle? All the updates, all the little bitty minute moves that happen between the time of dispatch to pick up and dispatch to return, or outgate and ingate. How well do you know your driver's job? How or when the drivers need to update the e-rigs for the imports? How well do you know that information? Do you know when they're supposed to hit unloading or loading, or when they're supposed to accept the dispatch, when they're supposed to hit depart delivery or depart pickup? And then finally, or actually not finally, but how and what import paperwork drivers need to have turned in for billing. You need to know exactly what paperwork the drivers need to have, exactly what paperwork accounting manager needs to have, exactly what paperwork the customer needs to have. And of course, last but not least, you need to know and begin to understand how all of the above tasks for an import workflow affect the other XJ members, customers, drivers, each other. We need to know these things. So this is your import workflow. And I'm going to go through all of these. We're going to drill down into all of these and get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in order to do this job well. I'm going to bring you up to intermediate if you allow me to. If you follow everything I tell you to do, if you watch these videos over and over until you get it, practice it and repeat it and practice it and repeat it and just go through your levels of quality, your levels of performance qualities, development. That's what it really is. We just slap the word quality on there, performance quality, but it's actually just human development. Anywho, export workflows, how to receive, create, and add an export order in the DMS. I'm going to teach you that. I'm going to teach you how to verify and update export info. As opposed to import info, you need a booking number for that empty container. You need a release location for that empty container. You need that container number when you get it, when that driver gets it, and you need to know when that cutoff is. And you need to be able to proficiently coordinate, verify, update that information, that export info in the DMS for your team, for XJ Ops, including drivers and your customers. How well do you coordinate and plan export loads using all the XJ tools and communication resources? How well do you perform the export dispatch cycle within the DMS from outgate to ingate? How and when do drivers need to update their e-rigs for exports? I should say exports. It's going to say exports, in fact, right now. Boom. How and what export paperwork drivers need to have turned in for billing. You need to know every piece of paperwork for each workflow, import and exports. And of course, we need to begin to understand and develop an understanding and a thorough understanding of how each of these tasks affect everybody else, how it affects everybody, including yourself, actually. This is the last review video that you will have to endure. Now it's time to get your big boy pants on, your big girl pants on, and come in and get dirty. Let's get our hands dirty, y'all. You know what time it is.